Scoundrel. This is going to be a pick and ban. Match point for DKG, and this time they are over on the red side.
Yeah, Team Secret opted into blue side pick this time around here. And I think we're going to see the Garras, and I fully agree with you, by the way, D-Man, fully agree. These teams right here are the best of the best in their regions. Even if China is just that much far ahead, you know, Team Secret is still an incredible, incredible team. And they've even taken a game. They can do it. They can do it when they play a certain style. When they shut down Hueba, they can beat DKG. It's just that when DKG allowed free reign to do what they want, and Hueba is able to absorb that much gold and play side lane so heavily, that's kind of their comfort zone, right? That is DKG's massive comfort zone, and that's what they do so well game after game. Zig's ban on blue side here, which is very interesting.
Blown away by these bans. Absolutely blown away. So, okay, so Fiora Thuncha, so Camille available. Obviously, there's a ton available. The fact that the Garen and Varas drew bans is very surprising to me for Team Secret. Maybe they were expecting sort of the Varas to get locked in early. They are going to favor that Renekton, though, once again.
Wouldn't be too surprised maybe to see the Camille rotate towards the jungle for Trevor, because that is something that he will play, and obviously it is now available for them if they do want it. Renekton is, though, a very high prio on blue side one for Azar here. It's a strong mid-game teamfight tool. Generally doesn't have many weaknesses in the game right now, but Zed is denied as a first rotation on red side here. Let's see what they pick up as well, because obviously Jax is available. We also have Graves, which is one of Hueva's best picks, by the way, which we haven't even yet seen him on. So we've got lots of options, but the Jarvan comes through here. That must be for YK. There's not a world where they put Hueva on Jarvan. So if you're Team Secret, you've got to know that that's going into the Renekton top side.
Absolutely, which does leave a lot of options for Team Secret. Maybe this is what they were banking on with those bans. It does leave Senna. This is the first time we're going to see him in this series. We have mentioned that it's been available all the way
Senna
through,
Gragas,
along with the Gragas. So it's going to be the Senna bot lane with the Gragas. That's a strong lane.
Yeah, it's been untouched this entire series. Brand. Have we seen a brand this bottom? That's a question.
Jeez, that's one for the stats guys right out there. I'm not sure about that one.
I'm not sure. It is a pick that received a couple of nerfs coming into the Horizon Cup, and therefore I think lost a lot of power level. But Brand is a very interesting pickup for me, and that could be flex both mid and support. I imagine with the Zed lock-in is probably going to be support, and that was going to see the Jax come through for Hueba once more. So that's an interesting pickup right now for DKG. Very on brand for them to go for something so wacky in that support role.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, the Jax coming in from Hueba, we know exactly what that is all about. It does leave a possibility for the Graves, something like that, maybe to see what Trevor's going to go with. Trevor wants to have something to get him going, of course, with that Leeson band out there. The Vi! That's very on point with Arcane coming through today. No spoilers, guys, in chat if you're out there. I've just called for it now, haven't I? Oh, the Fizz as well. Oh my word. Team Secret throwing everything out there.
They absolutely are, and that is, again, another strong, proactive. So 0 picks and 1 ban for Brand this entire Horizon Cup, and they pick up the Fizz as well. You know, Tatsuri, that gives him a lot of proactivity, can search for the 1v1s, similar kind of potential to the Zed here for Tatsuri. And then what on earth am I watching?
Well, Maxman right now is like dancing around his living room, I think, but yeah, a Blitzcrank coming in.
So Brand, like for wind, and then Emo playing the Blitzcrank here.
I mean, you go for a feast. My brain can't compute this. I'm melting down. I like these comps. I like to see something different. And with match point for DKG, I mean, okay, what's the theory here? What's the theory, Scoundrel? I'll give you a moment to consider.
Well, okay, Senna's pretty bad. Senna's very weak into hard engage, right? So, you know, maybe the idea for DKG's bot lane is that maybe in the 2v2 they can search for a hook onto Senna or an early hook onto Gragas. But it is very interesting to me that later on into the game, you know, you're not looking to teamfight at all for DKG, so maybe looking for those individual picks, and obviously you're trying to rotate Hueba and maybe Yo to the side lanes and look for a more 1-3-1 orientated approach while Brand just clears those waves out. For Team Secret, though, you know, you've got a strong side lane threat in the form of Fizz, but you can very easily teamfight with this team. Like, it's a strong teamfight presence. You can play very back to front or front to back with the center pick. but this is definitely not something that I've seen. So I'm more in kind of learning mode at this point, D-Man. I'm looking at the sort of the addition of the Blitzcrank to this roster. I'm thinking, what is it providing? Like, it's providing pick potential, of course, but who are you wanting to pick in Team Secret? Which realistically, the best answer is, well, maybe you catch out Chewy, but that's about it, right?
Yeah. That's why I didn't understand. I mean, you got a Fizz in there, so you're not going to be catching the Fizz. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Match point for DKG, 2-1 up in the series in the semi-finals of the Wild Rift Horizon Cup. The players all playing out in Singapore. And now, who will be the finalists? Will DKG get there, or Team Secret turn it around once again and immediately? The bait, the fish, the stomps, everything in the mid. The prowess of the junglers just trying to help out, soak up that little bit of XP. Where is the lane? Okay, they're up the top.
So are we playing?
Starving Senna with top?
No.
With Azza?
Yeah, okay, so they're...
Solo Gragas. I mean, he could solo it, 2v1.
James is solo. They've taken Senna out of the Blitzcrank lane, and they're playing Fasting Senna with Renekton top. So they're playing super strong top side. They're going to try and prevent from YK from sort of having the same kind of support on the top side of the map that he did previously. They're trying to lock down maybe the power of Yo's rotations to that top side of the map here. And they're definitely throwing a kilter maybe on Hueva's normal play. So,
is this going to get five? Or what? I'm not sure. He's got no items. Maybe he's saving up for something special. Something special. We'll find out. He's putting some good damage down on Winmo. He's going to step away. Has already taken down that. Trevor tries to come up the top to help out. Hueva's there. Here comes Emo. And they're going for the lane switch around here, or trying at least to try and punish the fact that that's working out. That may not work out for them at the moment. Tatsuri's going to try and come up and help out. The Scud Grab is the fight that they want. I'm not sure Tatsuri wants to get involved on this one, though. They're going in for Yo. I didn't see who got it. It was Team Secret that got the crab. Okay,
yeah,
that's a win.
Yeah, exactly. They smite it away. That's a win. But obviously, we're going to get a bit of mid-lane prio coming out from Yo here. And that will allow Hueva to just trade on the bottom side of the map. They have now rotated Emo up. And we now have a 1v1 between James.
Oh, great catch. Great stun. Does go through. And that's going to put the pressure. And they do get themselves first blood. YK goes down. Emo pulls into the turret. But that's going to do nothing for Chewy. And it's Azza they get going.
That is a very, very sort of heavy overextension from YK there. Didn't really need to be that far up in the lane. Trevor now making his way up to the top side as well. They're going to push this wave in and try and deny as much as they can. I will say that YK will get back in time. This is definitely throwing a bit of a kilter into DKG's normal rotational plans, like the way they play around the map. We'll take a look back at the replay here and you can see Azar just jumps in. They get the combo lockup onto YK. And Azar with that ignite will just pick up the first kill of the game. That's a nice little adaptation from Team Secret here. And I'm just very interested. This has been a wild game all round so far.
And now we see Trevor on the Vi waiting to get involved. I feel like I should call her Violet these days. I'm not sure if Vi's enough anymore. But anyway, gonna go and get the hammers down. The fist comes in. That's a brilliant explosive catch, forcing him in. Can they get the kill on to win? That's what they have to get here. They have to make it count, but has he gone too deep? It's gonna take a second tower hit. Emo not going up to back it up, and the gank pays off, which is something that hasn't worked in the first 3 games.
And that was very telegraphed because they knew exactly where he was. Look at the red side vision. He walked through Tribrush. They knew he was there. He hadn't walked past the scuttle, and he was walked through the Tribrush. So they were baiting, clearly. DKG were trying to bait that one out, but Wynn's just a little bit overextended, a little misplay off the back of that right there. And right now, Team Secret, for the first time ever, I think, are up in gold at that 4-minute mark as we head towards these first 2 objectives.
And this is what we've been talking about. Play through your lane phases. They know they can be strong in the lane phases, but now this is where they have kind of drifted away from the game a couple of times too many. You are stood on a ward, boys. You're kind of obvious there. Just saying. But yeah, once that Rift Tower comes up, the Mountain Drake down there as well, this is where the game slipped away from them. But Team Secret not pushing the pace here. Chewy's got to be careful. He's still stood on the wall. There's 4 players coming towards him, and I think he's going to be able to flash away, but it's enough. No, the Cataclysm comes in. They realise, oh, too deep. Trevor goes down there. Oh, I'm not sure about going back in because Chewy gets dragged in, but still gets away with it. Finally drops down, and they can turn this in their favour. Wind goes down, and it's a 1-for-1. Technically, both carries going down.
Yeah, absolutely. Tatsuri has used his ultimate, though. A lot of key abilities now no longer available for Team Secret, and you can see the Yo is going to land a combo onto Treble, who does have that assault and battery ready to go. They're going to stick to this fight.
Trevor has to get in there, and he's going to try and charge it up, goes around the side, the spike fight will come through, who's going to get it? It will be going over to Team Secret. Trevor gets it just before he dies. Weber also was picked up though, so still a 1-for-1, but more importantly, oh, the flash out of the way from the grab.
Team Secret, they are challenging Dakun Gaming at the start of the game, and I kind of need to reflect back and break down exactly how we've got to this situation, because clearly it was a lane swap. We don't see too many of those in Wild Rift now because of the changes. Take a look back at the Axe replay here. You can see they knew that Chewy was there. You mentioned it earlier. He wasn't a ward, but he doesn't get burst down quickly enough. Uses that ultimate to buy some time. And Emo, with an absolutely insane hook, lands the ignite and takes Chewy out of the fight very early on. But here we go. Tatsuri, the power of giving proactivity back to that mid laner, is able to pick up wind on the brand, very weak to the Fizz engage. And again, because of this lane swap, it's made Hueba's normal farming path a little bit more awkward. You can see that he is not even the most fed on his team, which usually at 6 minutes into the game he is. He's usually pretty significantly ahead of his opposite number as well. But this time round, he hasn't had that same kind of efficiency in the jungle.
DKG, grab comes in, and that locks Chewy completely up. So they're already 1 man down before this dragon fight begins. Weber comes in and gets the smite down as well ahead of Trevor. Didn't work out for him. Yo manages to get in and out. And Team Secret just give up on this, guys. You didn't get the objective. You lost the man. It was a 1-for-1 in the end because Weber went down. Your YK goes back in. I'm not sure about that engagement, buddy. He will fall down. The Cataclysm keeps Team Secret in there. But I'll tell you what, they're happy about the kill.
They absolutely are. They will take the free gold where you can get it. They do pick up the Mountain Dragon, so I'm sure DKG will feel that is worth. We'll take a look back here again. Just a brilliant pick. The only target that counts, again, from Emo on Chewy. And Hueba jumps in, lands the spike wall. Unfortunately, does get taken down by the rest of the Team Secret, who are able to collapse on him. And Yo, doing what he can to provide a bit of distraction with the ultimate. We'll take a look back, and this was... overall, again, I'm really praising Team Secret for the way they've kind of put Hueba on the back foot a little bit here. He has kind of accelerated his gold ever so slightly. He's managed to clear up that topside jungle and picked up a load more resources. But Tatsuri at 3-0-1 in this Fizz. Man, it's like we knew this was going to happen. It's like when we gave Tatsuri something where he can actually make plays. He actually makes plays, and that's a great start for Tatsuri here. He's working towards that Lich Bane second item as well. Once that's finished up, very powerful two-item combo in the Fizz, which is going to make life pretty difficult for both Hueba, Yo, and Wind.
Oh, Hammer's getting pulled in. Should be able to slide himself out of there. Emo trying to make these plays, trying to get it working, but at the moment, not quite as successful. Talking about mid laners, obviously Yo on the other side on the Zed, as he was successful in game 1, is doing a great job once again in game 2, the highest gold earner at the moment in the game. And as you mentioned about Hueba, we've got to keep an eye on him because obviously ordinarily we would see him given all this gold in this soak. Meanwhile down the Dragon Lane, it's going to be DKG taking the first turret of the game. Pretty much uncontested. I'll tell you what, someone's going to contest it because they're going to keep pushing. They're going to keep trying to push on this top lane, but this is going to cost them a tier 2 turret. And Team Secret, they have to play the objective game, not get caught in this bloodlust.
Oh, they went for it. The assault and battery onto Hueba there. They saw blood in the water. But I think now with the Rift Herald, they may even be able to punish and go for the tier 1 mid lane.
I tell you what, they're going to back. I was going to say, I think they could have get going. I think they could have get going, but they are going to back and respect it. They know that they're going to get the Rift Herald here. It should slam down onto that turret. It will take it down, and it will finish things off. So Team Secret equal things out to 2-2, but I'm not too sure. Losing that tier 2 turret, not worth, I don't think, so.
Well, mid lane tier 1 is a really big bounty to take in sort of response, though. So I will say that opens up the map pretty heavily. However, the setup now for the Rift Herald is much better. And that might be the second Rift Herald of the game here secured for DKG. So
Trevor going in first. He's a little too late to the party, and now DKG going to try and turn this one down. Good Fist goes down, the knockup's there, and now this is going to be DKG turning it back in their favor. Trevor goes down, Tatsuri gets the focus. Yo's going to get him down. It's a 3 for 1 so far. Weber the only man to fall. They also got the Rift Herald, which they can throw down straight away in the mid here, and that's a real problem. Just as Team Secret, they got the game in their hands and they let it slip like that.
I feel like they just had to say, okay, we got stopped on the back there. We didn't have to set up for the Rift Herald. We didn't need to go for it. We take a look back at that fight and you can see Emo just hovering in that pixel brush. Trevor walks straight into the fight. Yo there immediately with the ultimate has forced him out. You can see he has to charge away from the engage rather than into it. Great use of the counter-strike there from Weber to kind of dodge the majority of the damage in that team fight. And Tatsuri, the only real threat, he does get cleaned up by Yo. And once Tatsuri's down, that's a lot of the power in these team fights kind of limited immediately. And of course, they were all grouped up for Brand. Wind got huge damage off in that team fight, and he has been relatively under the radar so far for DKG. So it was a good little response for him in that team fight too.
A very important team fight coming up. Ocean Drake squad, this could be Team Secret's tournament careers here as they try and go for it. James was the focus. Trevor goes in deep at the moment. They are caught 4 man in a cataclysm. They've got to get the damage down. It's now or never for Team Secret. They do manage to get one locked up. The stasis comes out. Is it going to be enough? James is teetering. He's not sure. He doesn't feel like committing, and the rest of DKG are on the cleanup duty now as Yo comes through unstoppable once again. And Team Secret with away, and I feel that may be the pivotal fight that costs them this tournament.
Yeah, DKG just again so precise, peel back so nicely around Flavor. You can see the entire team collapse around him on that fight. Yo was not even in the fight. He was playing side lane pressure, being the guy with the most gold in the game right now. But by the time he joins, he gets a full combo off on 4 members of Team Secret, just delivering a boatload of damage. He's now 3 items, by the way, with the Seralda's Grudge just finished up. Excellent play from DKG to buy enough time for Yo to make his way into that fight too. And again, you have 5 man stacked on top of each other versus a Brand. That is a recipe for disaster. And I think as well, Team Secret paid the price on that.
Absolutely. It's definitely a different game for Win. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, I don't know how often he's got to play Brand in the bot lane there, or the Dragon lane. Or actually, I don't really know, because he was kind of like here, there. It was in the Baron lane, the Dragon lane. I'm not too sure what lane he chose in the end. But either way, Team Secret, well, they are chasing it a little bit here. Trevor, oh no! Just about dodges away from the Rocky grab there. And don't re-engage, guys. I'm not too sure this is the right choice. You have 0 ward coverage. They've got to realize the push is there. But look at Weber. That's the danger of Jax. He could just hammer down those turrets. And now they have to respect it. They have to back away. They've got really 0 vision out there.
No, I understand what Team Secret were trying to do. They were trying to say, well, look, we can't stop him getting the tower, so we're trying to get mid lane prio so that we can maybe get a setup on the mid lane tier 2. But DKG with the Brand, that's a long-range push attempt there from Team Secret, and that, to me, shows where they are mentally in the game. They feel like they have to make these kind of like 1 in 10 chance plays to kind of force some kind of small skirmish that can work in their favor, because right now the side lanes are becoming untenable for them. They can't deal with this 12k Jax and this 12k gold Zed either. And so they have to kind of go for these crazy team fight engages, using Tatsuri as the engage tool to potentially try and find their way back in. But right now, Weber and Yo, they're in a prime position to carry themselves through to the finals.
Yeah, Trevor just stood on top of a ward. It's that dangerous moment. It's the rocket grab about to come through. Is he going to step forward? Trevor, if you go down here, it is a Baron, no doubt about it, for DKG. They're just tracking him. They're tracking him into another ward. The rocket grab comes through. Doesn't matter. They're just going to commit. He can't get out of this one. He goes down. And that will be a Baron, almost certainly for DKG.
Or at least they're going to set up the bait for it as well. You can see Weber has made his way to the top side of the map here. Again, mid lane prio is the name of the game for Team Secret there. Desperately trying to get something out of a rough situation. I feel for Trevor. I don't think he could have done anything other than this, but you can see the rest of Team Secret know this is the fight they have to take.
James trying to get involved. Is he going to be able to get anything out of this one? Explosive cask is still available. Has to use it now. Tries to disperse them. Flashes away. Tries to dash away. He has separated DKG very well, but it doesn't matter when they could just chase him down so easily. And that will be a Baron for DKG. Why do they stick to it? They've got to respect this, and they're going to respond. They're going to go for this mid lane tower push. They should get around in time. Oh no! Team Secret couldn't pick it up.
Did you know what? Credit to Team Secret. They are trying to get themselves out of these rough situations. The mid lane prio name of the game again. They're saying, well, you go for Baron.
Baron.
Yeah, you go for Baron. We're going to take your Jupiter Tower, but they're going to go straight onto Azar here.
Ooh, I tell you what, he took him low. Azar trying to work it round onto Yo there. Yo was taken very low, and in comes Tatsuri. Might be able to turn it round, and I think he realized there's a lot of damage coming out of that Crocodile.
Yeah. Again, not a great one to go for as a Zed. It's not your prime target, especially because he's got the stasis enchant picked up as well. And also you can immediately sort of like point and tap stun the Zed as he pops out of his ultimate. So it's always a rough one as a Zed to try and take down a Renekton, especially when the Renekton's got 11k gold. But at the end of the day, it's still DKG who are just about keeping themselves foot front here. They've got 7k, 8k gold lead. Actually, they've got, yeah, 7k gold lead. What am I saying?
Maths is always hard online, but that's for sure. Oh, wow, that's Hammers disappearing pretty quickly. The Yo is going to be possibly the focus target here. Trevor does come in. Can he get him down? Yes, he can. So at the moment, it's a 1 for 2, but look at Weber. Weber just absolutely mashing buttons right now. Doesn't need to do too much there. Thumbs will be working wonders. Joey goes down, and that is going to be all that's left. Azza, the one-man up river. And Weber, I tell you what, they might be able to just work straight through. 20-second death time assist could be game.
It could be. At least it's, you know, at the very least, an inhibitor tower. Azar needs to be careful not to give his life away here. He's the only thing standing between Team Secret and being knocked out of the tournament.
Azar going to get focused. He's going to get locked down, and that should be the Nexus. It's going to be GG DKG as they go through to the finals. China, #1, delivers over Southeast Asia, and they have looked phenomenal.